Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fucking, and everything in between. Welcome, one and all, to Lockdown Live. I don't have a theme tune yet, but fuck it. So, for those of you that are new to this, and that's pretty much everyone, really, because this is something that only started yesterday. So, in a sense, we're all new to the journey. For those of you that don't know what the fuck's going on, I am going live every day during lockdown at 8 p.m, or at least I am planning on doing, unless something more important happens. And holy shit, has something happened? Because today your boys got coronavirus. Yeah, I got my positive test result through today to say that I definitely have COVID-19, and the doctor said that I am at serious risk of dying unless somebody sends a £500 super chat through YouTube. That was what he said. That was his words, not mine. He said, listen, unless your followers can reach a certain amount of money with donations through super chat on YouTube, you don't stand a chance. Oh my God. So let me talk to you about exactly what has happened here with this old coronavirus thing, because holy shit in a stick, it has been a fucking journey, to say the least. And by the way, hello to everybody in the chat. Hello, Hossin. Hello, Sue. And hello to everybody that's watching. If you've got any questions at all about the process, about exactly what's going on, then I shall be more than happy to answer them. Hello to Tommy. Hello to Marcus. Hello to Harvey. We are kicking off tonight with the boys and Sue. So let me tell you what happened. Oh, Hossin, before we start, Hossin says, by the way, I watched all your videos on Hot Water Comedy Club and fucking loved it. My guy, mate. My guy. I knew you would. Good for you. K-Ho says, hope you're well. Hugger Hobo says, hi. Hello, everybody watching this. Let me talk to you. Let me tell you now what's happening. And like I said, if you've got any questions, chuck them in the chat. We have a lovely little chat in the comments. So last week I did a gig in Leeds. Last Wednesday I did a gig in Leeds, and then Thursday I was in Frog and Bucket Comedy Club in Manchester. Friday I was at Alexander's in Chester, and Saturday I did like a charity gig or some shit like that. Right now I'm coming home Saturday night, and I get a message through on this group chat that says, "Oh, the lady that was the show manager at the gig in Leeds on Wednesday has tested positive for COVID-19. So this is just a little sort of heads up to let you know." Now, at the time, I remember reading it and I was a bit like, oh shit. But the reality of the situation is that because I'm the headliner, I didn't really spend an awful lot of time in the venue. I didn't really spend an awful lot of time around the show manager that got COVID, and the show manager was sound enough that she wore a mask. And so I thought personally that my chances of getting it off her were pretty fucking low. Now on Sunday, I throughout the day, I started to feel a bit ill. And when I say a bit ill, I mean like 4 out of 10 illness. Do you know what I mean? 3, 4 out of 10, just a bit, you know, like not enough to call in sick at work or anything like that, but enough to be like, yeah, you know. So I started to feel, my symptoms were that I felt quite lethargic at first. I was a little headachy, and I was a bit sort of shivery as well. I was a bit cold, not like that. I was just a bit like, oh, is it a bit cold in here? That was the level of discomfort that I was in, right? So I wouldn't, honestly, if it hadn't been for the fact that COVID was all over the news and the fact that like somebody had tested positive a few days ago, it wouldn't even be in my mind that I was even sick. I would just be like, whatever, you know? So I on Sunday evening, I decided to have an early night, and I probably go to bed at about 9 o'clock, which is dead early for me, right? And I go to sleep, and I'm just a bit like, and I remember the next day waking up, and this was on Monday morning, and I felt like really clammy, like cold, sweaty, and I was like, oh God. But I had a bit of a headache as well, but I didn't feel like ill or under the weather. I just, like sometimes you wake up with a headache. Do you know what I mean? Tommy Wilson in the chat has just put a little cross. So yeah, I didn't feel particularly bad or anything like that. I just felt a bit, ugh. And then I was like, right, okay, I should probably get up now. And so I took 2 paracetamols, to get rid of the headache. I got up, and I just sort of felt better by the afternoon. I think I had like a coffee and a bit of breakfast. I just sort of felt better and sort of shrugged it off. And that was the end of that for Monday. And then Tuesday, I woke up with something very fucking weird. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Sorry, sounds like I'm going to get my dick out. It's 12 inches long and black. When did that happen? It's just flopping out a monster. I don't mean that. It was circumcised over the night. No. So what happened is I woke up on Tuesday with something very odd, right? What it was, and I'll show you, is it was a rash on my hands. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It's sort of like a bumpy rash on my hands. That's the best way that I can describe it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's sort of like there. That's probably the best. Look, loads of like little red bumps, and they were quite itchy. And I was like, that is fucking odd, right? So I Googled COVID rash, which is, what you do. And there was quite a few articles saying, yeah, one of the symptoms of coronavirus is having a rash. And so I was like, okay, all right, okay. So I rung NHS 111 and I was like, look, this is what's happened. I've come into contact with somebody who's caught COVID. I got myself, I was ill on Sunday. I'm fine now. But I've got this weird rash. And they were like, okay, question what? Like they completely ignored everything that I just said. Okay, question 1. Do you have a temperature? I was like, nah, I ain't got a temperature. I was a bit cold, sweaty, but I don't feel any different than normal. They're like, okay, no temperature. Question 2. Do you have a continuous cough and do you feel continuously breathless? I was like, I don't know what that means. I've got a little bit of a cough, but, I wouldn't really notice it otherwise. They're like, okay, no cough, no breathlessness. Question 3, have you lost your sense of taste and smell? It's like, no, I've not lost the sense of taste and smell. And they're like, right, okay. Well, from what I've seen here on my system, it says that you do not qualify for a test for COVID-19. And I was like, well, why? Why not? And she was like, well, we can only test somebody with coronavirus if they have symptoms of coronavirus. And it's like, well, what is the fucking point in that? Because if you've got a temperature and a cough and you're breathless and you can't fucking taste anything, then you've got COVID. You don't need a fucking test to tell you that. You just know that you've got it. So fuck off upstairs, go to bed and isolate for 2 weeks. Surely we should be testing people who are asymptomatic or people who have got symptoms that are different to what we would traditionally expect, but their timeline of being ill falls within, like people that they've met and stuff like that. It falls within the right timelines of catching COVID off somebody, which is what happened to me. So I was like, oh, fuck it, fine, whatever. And then on Wednesday morning, I get a message from this group, right, about the Leeds gig on Wednesday. And 2 more acts came forward to say that they've tested positive. And so I was like, okay, this is weird. And I spoke to one of the acts that had got tested. And I said, listen, I said, have you got any symptoms or anything like that? And he said, yeah. He said, but I don't have any of the classic symptoms with COVID. And I was like, all right, okay. And I said, have you got a rash by any chance? And he went, I have got a rash on the back of my hands. I was like, is it little red dots? And he went, yeah, it is. And I was like, fuck it, that is too much of a coincidence. I'm getting tested. So yes, so on Wednesday, I went online, thought, fuck speaking to people, nhs.uk/coronavirus. I filled out a questionnaire and I secretly said that I had one of the symptoms, because without that, you can't get the test. So they booked me in for an appointment at a walk-in centre, literally within an hour, for a walk-in centre that was round the corner. I went to this walk-in centre, part of a university campus. It was in this huge fucking tent, with loads of barriers and stuff and loads of volunteers. I was the only person being tested. It was 3:00 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. I was the only person there. And literally, what happens is you go in and they go, are you here for your COVID test? And you go, why else would I fucking be here? No, I'm sightseeing in this fucking tent when you're all wearing hazmat suits, you daft cunts. Of course I'm here for COVID. And they send you like a little text message, and so you just show them that, or like a QR code, and you can show them that, they can scan it, and they go, all right, okay, here's your details, and they give you a little kit, right? And then one of the volunteers says, sit over there, and you sit down, you open the kit, and they go, right, okay, that's your fucking swab, that's a little test tube, swab your tonsils, swab your nose, pop it in there, blob it in a bag, and walk round. Great, fine. So I swabbed it. Now, here's the thing, right? And I've seen a couple of people asking what my gag reflex is like. My gag reflex is fucking rubbish. I would not make it as a straight woman or a gay man. I just don't have whenever anything gets down my throat, I'm like, so, but I'm doing it massively. I'm going like this. And because I'm the only one in the testing centre, all the volunteers know that it's me. And they're going, I swab away, swab up my nose, pop it in this bag, walk round, pop it in this fucking industrial fucking chemical bin, and then off I go back home. Now, when you get tested, they say, okay, listen, you've got it's going to come back hopefully within 2 days, 48 hours. If it doesn't come back within 3 days, then here's a receipt, ring us up, quote this reference number, and we'll fucking find out for you there and then. Great, no problem at all. So I got my results maybe, let's see, pretty much bang on 48 hours after I took the test. And I got it through in a text message to say that I had tested positive for COVID and that I have to isolate for 10 days from when my symptoms first started. So it's 10 days from last Sunday. So that would be up until like next Wednesday, next Thursday. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation. Now, at the moment, you can probably hear a couple of things going on, and that is that I am a little bit more nasally than usual, only just. I am a tiny bit more coughy than usual, but I wouldn't personally notice that I'm coughing or anything like that. But also as well, I've got a little bit more breathless, and I can't tell when I'm just going about day-to-day exercises. You know what I mean? When people say breathless as a symptom, you kind of imagine that you're bent over going, all that it is when I'm talking, and bearing in mind now I've been talking non-stop for 15 minutes or so, I can kind of feel like a little like that in my chest or something like that. And that's it. That's literally where I'm at the moment. I feel fine within myself. I don't feel ill or lethargic or any of those things. But obviously, I've got to isolate. It's very weird. I mean, my personally, if this, I keep thinking to myself, if this wasn't lockdown, if it wasn't coronavirus all over the national fucking news and stuff like that, how ill would I have thought that I was on Sunday? And the answer is that I wouldn't have even noticed that I was ill. Like, I would have just thought that I was a bit tired, or, I mean, originally I thought that I was sweating because I'd left the radiator on or something. It's not, like, for me personally, it hasn't been even remotely bad. Now, a lot of people are saying, first of all, by the way, I know that it varies from person to person. So I'm not one of those people that's going, yeah, it's not even bad for me because I'm fucking dead hard. Like, I know that it can affect people differently and that, and it's luck of the draw to a certain extent. And so I'm not saying that it's a sham or anything like that. I'm just saying my personal experience of it, as somebody who's apparently tested positive, is that I didn't even really notice. Do you know what I mean? I was as close to asymptomatic as you could possibly be, really. And it was only really the rash that made me think, oh shit, I best get something done about this. But yeah, one of the really strange things is that when you read about the COVID virus, what a lot of the online, advice columns and websites and stuff say is that it's not unusual for you to feel fine or to feel like you have mild symptoms, and then over the course of a few hours or a day, like, drastically deteriorate and drop off. And if that's going to happen, it happens around the 7 to 10 day mark. So really, even though I feel fine, it is very much drummed into you that you're not out of the woods yet, and that you have to keep an eye on your own body, and you have to be constantly kind of monitoring yourself. But the problem is that you'll know this, right? Have you ever done this thing, right? And this is what I'm talking about, right? Have you ever done that thing where you ring work, or, like you pretend to be sick, and you're not sick, you just want a sick day, but you kind of practice, but while you're ringing work, you go, like a sick voice, exactly, yeah. You go, whoa, oh, right, okay, yeah, I'm not coming into work today, and you try and sound sick. And they go, is everything all right? You go, oh, no. Yeah, I've just, and you give some crap symptoms or whatever. And they go, oh, it's fine. Take the day off. And you go, all right, okay, thank you. And then you hang up, and then you go, oh, you know what? Actually, I do feel a bit sick. And then you go, hang about. No, I fucking don't. I'm just tricking myself into thinking that I do. The human body is a weird ass thing, man. And I genuinely think that, like, if you're there constantly trying to monitor your own breath, going, is that a normal breath? Is that a normal breath? Am I sweaty? Am I hot? Then all you're going to do is you're going to put yourself in this heightened sense of fucking panic and anxiety. And any symptoms that you think you might have are going to manifest themselves because you're consciously aware of looking out for things. So it's a weird fucking minute at the moment where, even though I feel physically fine, I'm trying to be, like, responsible and, like, double check and, like, make sure that I'm all right and stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to overanalyze the situation and start fucking panicking. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. Let's quickly read some of the fucking comments. Sue has asked, give me a second. I'm going to be disgusted. I'm going to blow my nose on fucking camera. Fuck you all. COVID. Right. Okay. So, what? Why am I blurry now? Come on now. Hear me now. I'm here. He's back. So, weird. Let's check here. Harvey says, yo, he's in the chat. Harvey says, if I had to choose two people to go and see in Hot Water, it would be you and Danny McLaughlin. Oh, thank you, mate. Speaking of which, Harvey, you might like to know that me and Danny McLaughlin are thinking of starting a podcast through Hot Water Comedy. So you might want to stay tuned for that, my friend. Marcus says that's how he feels right now. Just turn up to the temperature in my place. Still feel cold. Mate, that's how it starts. But you've just got to fucking wrap up and be warm. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, it's nothing to worry about or anything. Everything Fen says, I've got it at the minute, and it's fuck all. And Sue says herpes. It was an uneaten takeaway. Oh yeah, man, I'm going to be living off takeaways the next 2 weeks. I can't wait in many respects. It's going to be fucking fantastic. Tommy says always breathless. He says, joke you had to lie to get one. I don't know what that fucking means. Fen saying, bet you're fucking shitting it, aren't you, after reading It Kills Us Fatties? Honestly, no. To be honest with you, I'm not shitting it at all. I feel like Sunday I felt a little bit ill. Today I feel fine. Do you know what I mean? Like a little bit coffee, but that's just because I'm talking at great length and a lot. If I'm just sat watching TV and that, I'm not really arsed. Sue says a COVID test is disgusting and she hated hers. Yeah, they're not nice, are they? It's just the way that it's so undignified. Just sat there in a tent retching. I feel like a slut in Glastonbury. You know, giving out blowies so she can watch Frank Turner in the VIP tent. Fen says this isn't comedy. I know you're reading these, Freddie. Yeah, I am reading them down the side as well. I'm reading them now. Sue says, R.I.P. Freddie, forever in our hearts. I'm apparently dying. Smiley Dave UK, great channel, Smiley Dave UK, by the way. You should check that out. Says he's dying and Fen wants a punchline. This is it. They'll never get enough from you. As a comedian, as a performer, they'll never have enough from you. Hey, he's on a ventilator, but where's the laughs? Sue says, I had to take a test about 2 months ago because I was really poorly. But mine came back negative and I'm still recovering. It's so fucking weird. It is weird. And to be honest with you, there's nothing to say, Sue. There's nothing to say that test wasn't incorrect and you actually did have it. Because I personally, I've had a look and apparently the tests have a 70% accuracy. So it might well be that I've just fucking not had it. But it just seems very weird to me that I've been in contact with so many people that have and that I've now also tested positive. But maybe not. Who knows? Hossin says, who knows what Freddie's iconic word is? I don't know what that means. What is my iconic word? Ooh, that sounds good, doesn't it? What is my iconic word? Obesity. Harvey says, is it on Hot Water On Demand? Yeah, the new podcast that me and Danny McLaughlin are going to do. We were due to record the first one yesterday, but obviously after the test, I had to self-diagnose. So it will be something that we do in the future days. Yaroslav Matviv says, how did they recommend to treat it? Pills and stuff. Here's the thing, Yaroslav. They haven't given me any indication about how I should treat it. They haven't said anything at all to me. There was no like, oh, here's what you need to do or anything like that. The way that I'm going about it is I'm not drinking. I'm eating smaller meals or only drinking when I feel only eating when I feel really hungry. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Lots of water as well, you know, just trying to like lubricate myself up. Apparently, so I've heard, vitamin D pills can help. But I get quite a lot of vitamin D anyway, so I don't need to worry about that. Fucking vitamin D, motherfuckers. Let's see. Everything Fen says, mine's just been a sharp headache and I'm knackered walking upstairs. What's the difference, Fen? I'm falling asleep at my desk. Not to take time off after nearly getting sacked last week. Oh, well, you might want to take time off, save for infecting all of your colleagues, pal. Caroline Bagan, hello, Caroline, says, I work on a medical ward. One of my work colleagues tested positive following a mass asymptomatic testing for staff. She had no symptoms whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, surely that's who we should be testing, isn't it? The people without any symptoms, to try and catch those people. I don't know, man. But yeah, it's very strange, isn't it, at the moment? I think we're at the point, like in March, it was like March, April, I don't know anybody that's had this bloody coronavirus. And then now, coming up to November, I think everybody knows somebody that's had it or having it or something like that. Everything Fen says Freddie's iconic word is zinger twister. Mike is late to the party. Hello, Mike. My iconic word is fam. I know I need to stop saying that, Hossin. Fam does not look good on me. I'm a fucking grown man. Let's see. Sue says, what's the first takeout you are going to buy? Have a guess, Sue. Have a guess. That's right. I got a McDonald's. I got a Mackie D's. Let's see. Maxie says, coming out last night telling us that you get a lot of D tonight. I know. I'm like a walking Freudian slip, Mike. Serrano Comedy says, now that you've got the virus, do you tick a diversity quota? We'll see you on the BBC soon. It's not that sort of virus that they're bothered about, Serrano. You've got to get the other virus from the 90s. You've got to either catch it or do your best to catch it, if you know what I'm saying. Fen says that he works from home and that it's right. Okay, sweet. Harvey Bai says, bit silly that you have to pay £7 to watch Hot Water on demand. Well, what they're trying to do there really is that £7 is for the entire is for the entire month. So Hot Water do an on-demand streaming service for £7 for the month. And to be honest, you do get quite a lot of bang for your buck with that. I know that you can try it for free for like a month or something like that. And then if you don't like it, you can just cancel it. So maybe have a try of it, see what you think about it, and then, make your decision from there. I mean, Lord above, I fucking spend £7 a month on some absolute shit. So, I don't really think it's any. You think that I fucking work like I sell for them? I don't. I just Yaroslav says, weirdly on my test site, I saw only young and students helping with tests and stuff. Yeah, I was the same actually. No, come to think of it, there were one or two older people who were like adults, and the rest of it were like early 20s. Something like that. Maybe it's because they need the money and they're relatively low risk. Hasida's pointed out you've already bought your first takeaway. It's a Mackey's. Damn straight, mate. I just fancied a nice dog shit down the road Mackey's, and that's what I'm fucking going for. Everything Fen says, the lads work hard, £7 a month banging content supporting the industry. If you can't pay for it out your chair, say sucks to be you. You could also, by the way, if you don't want to pay money to them, then you can give money to me via the super chat donation button. I made 20 quid last night on YouTube just chatting to you all. I felt like a right little prostitute. It was fucking wonderful. And yeah, you might need to keep supporting me on here. Feel free to chuck us a super chat so that I can use that money to buy just fucking dog shit in lockdown to keep myself entertained. What am I going to do for another week? I've not even thought about that. But the thing is, right, and I was thinking this, and maybe you're going to have a different opinion to me, right? And if you do have a different opinion to me, by all means, stick it in the comments, right? But I think personally that right now, this exact moment is the best moment to get COVID because, right, number one, we're in a lockdown. So there's not like there's fucking anything that you can be doing anyway. Number two, most importantly, you are going to be recovered by Christmas. So there's no fucking worry that you're going to miss Christmas or anything like that because it's a month away, 6 weeks away. So if you're going to get infected, if you're going to get COVID, then by all means, you should get it right now. Now's the best time to catch COVID. So if anything, I'm fucking lucky. I'm lucky that I've caught that shit. Get it out the way, get myself some antibodies, be fucking rolling in Christmas dinner in a month's time. Smashing it. Let's see. Sam Serrano comedy says, I'll be back on the BBC soon. Then you will be on the BBC before me, Sam. I can guarantee you that much. Mike says, when I was a kid, I never got grounded. Now I'm an adult and the government have grounded me twice in 1 year. Do you know what? I read something from somebody who said, they were like 18, 19, and they said, I've been in more lockdowns than I've been in serious relationships. And I was like, oh God, my heart goes out to that kid. Thank you ever so much for these super chats that are flying in, by the way. Thank you ever so much to Everything Fen. Thank you ever so much to K-Ho as well. I'm up to a Happy Meal here. This is what this is. Well, it's just you guys feeding my McDonald's habit. It's gone from being a weird, shitty, like human OnlyFans page to now it's like one of those feeder channels where they, go get yourself a pack of jammy Dodgers and I'll be eating them on camera. Oh, tell us about how you struggle to get into your jeans. Oh, they're really tight around the crotch. Yeah. Let's see. Harvey Bai says, what's your go-to order in Mackie D's? Right, okay, I'm very serious about this. My go-to order in Mackie D's changes from time to time. However, I think it's very important that you have to be able to hit certain parameters with your order. So I think you need some meat in there. I think you need some fries in there, and you need some alternative meat as well. So you need chicken as a meat, you need beef as a meat, and you need some fries in there. And if that's all connected, to me, that's a great McDonald's order. So, for example, Big Mac meal and then like a side of chicken nuggets, or a McChicken sandwich meal and a side of double cheeseburger. See how it balances itself out. Very specific about this. Sue has gone and donated £5 and detracted the message, which is fantastic. Very suspicious. Thank you ever so much for that, Sue. Thank you ever so much for your donation. That is Sue is from Wales, and £5 in Wales can pay off a mortgage. So. So thank you ever so. I don't know why I did that then, like I was a Thai prostitute. Let's have a look here. So Wesley Boyce has said that he's had the Rona. Wesley, what happened? How did you feel when you had COVID-19? What happened? What was your symptoms? Sue said she actually didn't mean to do that. Tough shit. You're not getting the money back. There's a no refund policy. I need it for COVID treatment. I don't fucking know. Mike said that he got a Burger King earlier. He got a large Burger King, large burger meal, large chicken burger meal, and 20 chicken nuggets. Wow, Mike, that is a lot of food. Also, as well, there's a lot of chicken in there. Burger King, I think ordering just chicken at Burger King, I feel like that's breaking a rule. I feel like that's like there should be a law against shit like that. Right. If you're going to order, right, let's get this right. Let's get this out of the way, okay? We can talk about COVID again in a minute, but let's get the important things sorted here. There is a hierarchy of fast food outlets, and it goes McDonald's number one, then KFC, then Burger King, right? And if you are going to Burger King, it is implicit, I think, that you should get some meaty-based burger, like a dark meat, like a beefy thing. I think that just going to like chicken at Burger King, you might as well be going KFC, because KFC does far superior chicken. McDonald's wins out because McDonald's chicken is almost as good as KFC chicken, but McDonald's also has burgers that are like miles better, and KFC doesn't have fucking anything. So let's see. Sue says, treat yourself to a McFlurry. I fucking have. It is in the fridge, my girl. Smarties McFlurry. Oh God, I'm coughing more now that I'm talking more. Yeah. Oh well. Mate, how weird would that be if I just deteriorated over the course of the stream? And they were like, he starts off talking about how fine he is, and by the end, it's like he's underwater. This is horrible. Wesley says his symptoms were a short, rough cough one day, got tested positive. Next day, struggled to breathe, hot, cold sweats, migraine, chest pains. So I had hot and cold sweats. I had migraines as well. Didn't really have chest pains, but I was in bed and I was feeling a bit. Bleh. Do you know what I mean? But I put it down to just being a bit ill. I put it down to like either just not having a good night's sleep or anything. It wasn't severe enough for me to sort of panic about it. Marcus says Burger King is leagues above all the other. Oh, mate, no. Surely not. Maybe it is in like Scandinavia or wherever you're putting this from. Maybe the Mackey's in Scandinavia. You could I get a Big Mac meal? That's my impression of a Scandinavian ordering a Big Mac meal, and you can take that to the bank. Could I get a Big Mac meal? Yeah, maybe in Scandinavia it is, but over in the UK, if you say Burger King is number one, then it's just objectively wrong. It's like saying the best pizza is Pizza Hut. It's like, no, it fucking isn't. No way. Switzerland currently apparently not Scandinavia. Need that Swiss accent. Let's do a Swiss accent. Yeah, I don't pay any taxes. There we go. Enjoy. All racist accents. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Fen says, fuck off and get an XL bacon double. Trash as anything Mackey's do. Yeah, but it's a bit big and it's a bit heavy, is an XL bacon double. That's what I think with Burger King, is that there's never any option at Burger King just to have like a nice meal. It's always like, eat until you are dead. You know, like there's eat until you are so full you cannot move. Burger King, you know, and you don't always want that. Mike says COVID got you going mad. It's KFC, McDonald's, Burger King. You know what? There are certain things on KFC that just elevate. Like a Zinger Tower meal is just fucking leagues ahead of anything that McDonald's does. But let's be real, let's be fair about KFC. There's maybe 3 or 4 good things on a KFC menu, like genuine, like a bargain bucket, a Zinger Tower meal, and like 2 other things. The rest of it, like the rice boxes, can fuck off to hell. They are ridiculous. If you get a rice box from KFC, you should be shot. That should be like, gun should come out of the drive-through window and just take you away. Let's see here. Smiley Dave says you can keel over, just keep them jokes coming. Just keep dancing, boy. Just keep dancing. Sue says that there's a lot of actual love here for the KFC, Mackey's, Burger King sort of triage. That seems to be the most popular one. Wesley Boyce, Yaroslav is mixing it up with McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell. I'm not a huge fan of Taco Bell. Now, Taco Bell isn't as ubiquitous as all the other fast food things in the UK. But when I have had it, it's just felt a bit dirty. Also, as well, fun fact, every time I've had Taco Bell, I've been about a minute away from shitting my pants. And I don't think that that's a coincidence. Let's see here. Sue says her order from Mackey's is Big Mac, Mozzie Dippers, and chips and 2 apple pies with strawberry milkshake, or a Coke with no ice. I love the fat lad. 2 apple pies. Oh, what a woman. Hossein Al-Jamar says, if you had a chance to go on holiday, where would you go? Go Switzerland and pay no tax with Marcus. No, I would. If I had a chance to go on holiday right now, are we talking right now with COVID? Because what I would probably want to do is I'd want to go to a place that's pretty relaxed about it. So I'd probably want to go to like Australia or something. I mean, usually I like going to Asia and like Asian countries. Now, I've always wanted to go to America, but I'm not fucking going to America right now. Not a chance. South America can absolutely fuck off because I don't reckon they've got this virus under control at all. Africa, I've been to Africa. I say Africa, I've been to South Africa. Like, you know, the one that's worth going to. Like, it's not like I've been to Namibia. Just hung out with some tribes people. No, I went to South Africa, the most Western one. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, were this not coronavirus, I would want to chill out in Thailand or something like that, or Bali. If I could go anywhere. What with it being COVID, if I had to go somewhere else, I would go to Australia because I feel like if I have to be in lockdown, then at least the weather might as well be fucking beautiful. Wesley Boyce says, what do you think on the USA election? I think I'm going to cover this more tomorrow because by tomorrow, I should hope that they've fucking counted the results already. Oh my God, how long does it take to count some fucking bits of paper in this day and age? I don't understand it. Surely there should be like a sorting machine or something like that. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm hoping to talk about it tomorrow. I think really that when it comes down to it, really, people like to take the piss out of Trump because he's an outwardly bad person. But I think most of the presidents nowadays, most of the leaders are fucking bad people. They're just a bit better than Trump at hiding that shit. Do you know what I mean? I think Joe Biden's probably going to do the same sort of things that Trump did. It's just he's going to look respectable and do all that fucking nefarious shit behind the scenes. On the outset, you know, surface level, it'll look like it's changed. Oh, we've got rid of Trump and we've got Biden. And look, oh, it's love that's conquered hate. When really, it's going to be the same government as before, the same corrupt political system, the same inequality between rich people and poor people, the same, you know, issues with the police force and with, you know, Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. There's going to be the same underlying issues. It's going to be a friendly grandfather in Joe Biden delivering them rather than a mental racist grandfather like Donald Trump delivering them. That's my thought. Let's see. Kho says can't beat a Subway. Subway is a underrated one, I think. But what I will say is that recently Subway lost a legal challenge in Ireland, and because of the content of sugar in the Subway's bread, it's not allowed to call it bread anymore. And that has made me go, oh, holy shit. Because I always thought that Subway was like kind of healthy, but clearly I'm just eating a fucking cake sandwich. Yaroslav says, I almost burnt my hole the next morning after I tried the volcano burrito for the first time. Lol. I'm assuming he's talking about Taco Bell then and not like an accident that he had with a candle. Sue says, KFC Inside News. Apparently they are making a Christmas menu and it's going to be the Tower Burger with gravy inside the burger. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. We need some good to come out of 2020, and that is it. That is it, man. Bit of banter between Fen and Sue. Fen says, you work at KFC, Sue, that explains so much. And Sue says, Fen, I wish I fucking did. Also, you're one to talk. Oh, just have sex, you two. Just have sex. And send me some money via super chat. If you hook up with each other, chuck us a $5 each. Come on, it's the least you can do as a matchmaking service. Let's see. Hossein says next 4 years we should vote Freddie for president. Oh, yes, man. I mean, I'd be the thing is I'd be the worst fucking person in charge of a country because I'm too laid back. Do you know what I mean? And all these people would be like, oh yeah, we need to do this, we need to do this. And I'd be like, oh, fuck it, fine, do what you want. Like, I'm not somebody that really believes in big government and stuff like that. Like, I kind of believe that people are best really when they just give whatever the fuck that they want and they stop moaning about it. Do you know, like the government stops exerting power over people. But that's just me. Do you know what I mean? Everything Fen has donated a $5 on the super chat, and he said, "Come on then, Sue, strap up." Oh God. What have I done? We're 2 days into this chat and already we've got a baby on the way. Let's see. Fen says Subway's bollocks, 8-inch, £8 for an 11-inch Sony. That's true. It's a bit expensive, isn't it? Let's see. Sue says, once lockdown is over, by the way, Freddie, we should all go out on the piss, including you, Fen lad. Absolutely. We should definitely do a piss night. Let's see. This is mental. Says, is that a real Chesterfield behind you, or like mine? Is it from a field in Chester? I see what you've done there. That is good. Yeah, it's a real Chesterfield. It's one that I got from a buy, swap, and sell group on Facebook. I got it off this lovely woman who was like, she's like, I just want it gone. I just want it gone. I got it for like 200 quid. It's fucking brilliant. Love a Chesterfield. Let's see. Johnny Beard said, what's going on here? Sue only uses the strap on me. Oh, geez. God almighty. Holy shit, we've done 45 minutes. Thank you, by the way, to everybody that's been watching this, everybody that continues to watch it. Thank you to everybody that has donated. If you want to donate, you can donate by clicking donate in the donate box. Donate. If you want to sign up, because I'm apparently doing these every day, that's what I have agreed to do. If you want to sign up to watch these every single day, then all you need to do is click on subscribe and you'll get one every single day. And also, by the way, and also, I have a new video coming out on Sunday at 3 p.m. that was filmed in a garden in Chorley. So that's about 11 to 12 minutes of free content for you that you can watch for free on Sunday. I also released a video literally the other day that was filmed at Rothwell Comedy Club in Derby. So yeah, I am releasing loads and loads of free shit at the moment, like free comedy basically. And you can watch it for now just by clicking subscribe. All that I ask is that if you are watching any video that I do or anything like that, it is super helpful for me if you click like and like write a comment. And it doesn't have to be fucking War and Peace. You don't have to write your entire biography. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was born to Mr. and Mrs. Archibald Gerard of the parish district number 9 in Lower Shropshire. When I was a baby, my doctor remarked upon my weight of 7.2. Don't give a fuck, right? You can literally just put, haha, great video, kapow, done. And it helps with the algorithms. So yeah, if you watch a video, if you like it, like and pop a comment in there. It takes 2 seconds, but it genuinely fucking helps. So let's crack on. With some of these here, with some of the comments. Rich Sloman says, hi, Freddie. Hello to Rich Sloman. Everything Fen says this is now a 3-way where nobody wins. This is an interesting sort of tale of Romeo and Juliet that's developing in the chat here. Wesley Boyce says, when on Netflix snatching you up? Never, unfortunately, Wesley. At the moment, Netflix and BBC and all those other ones have got certain comedians that they are prioritizing, and I don't happen to be in that particular group. If you can read in between the lines and understand what I mean about that. What I mean is that I am a straight white man, and at the moment, that's fucking getting you nowhere. And it's fine. I'm not arsed because, like I say, it's cyclical, and there'll be a time when we do great. But at the moment, I'm not going to get an audience through Netflix or BBC. You need to build one. Hence why I'm doing this, really, and chatting to you lovely, lovely people. Graham Hargreaves just called that an Andrew Lawrence comment. Yeah, well, Andrew Lawrence did say something similar, but he said something like that 10 years ago, where the female acts that were on TV were like headline female comedians like Zoe Lyons and Jen Brister, who were literally amazing. Whereas now you look at some of the people that they're putting on and you go, hang on, you've been doing comedy for a year and a half. you're bloody awful. So, you know, there's more validity in it now. But unlike Andrew, I'm not fucking moaning about it. He was kicking off about it. I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? If something isn't working for you, if something isn't designed specifically to make you, you know, further your career, and don't just sit and bitch about it. Fucking do something else about it, which is what I'm doing with my virtual bucket, begging for the subscribers. Let's see here. Keho says, someone I know uses a unicorn horn. Why they share, I'll never know. I've no idea. What that means. It's been too far along in. It's been too far along in the chat, so I've just heard unicorn horn, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Hossin says, "Fuck yes, mate. I love these fucking lives because they get my mind off school." Okay, great. I mean, anything to help you get your mind off school. I wouldn't say invite all of your school friends to this though, because it would turn really weird into me looking like I'm grooming you all, which is not a great look for me. Not again. So let's see here. Graham Hargreaves says, looking forward to trying to recognise where in Chorley it is. You will know in Chorley where it is, my friend, because there are a few sample little things in there. I included a couple of references to Chorley that I'm sure that you'll very much like. Mike C says, Steve Housen is trying to work out how to do a 24-hour live stream for the homeless. Would you be up for it? A 24-hour live stream for the homeless? What? So the homeless have got fucking unlimited data plans and iPads? What? Oh, yeah. I mean, if you've ever seen Manchester's homeless population, they're all on their fucking iPad Pros. They don't even bother begging anymore. No, it's all right. I know what you mean. I mean, in aid of the homeless. Yeah, I'd be absolutely up for that. I'll have to give Steve a bell. Let's see. Fen says, don some fishnets and hit that quota. Sounds like a song. Don some fishnets and hit that quota, boy. Freddie, Google, who is the new 007? I need your take on this. Okay, who is the new 007? Honestly, my take is that I'm not really asked. Lashana Lynch confirmed as new 007. Who the fuck is Lashana Lynch? Lashana Lynch. Oh, a black woman. Right. Okay. If she's good, fuck it. I don't give a shit. The name's Bond. Jane Bond. I'll have a porn star martini. Shaken, not stirred. Really? Lashana Lynch? Okay, fine. I'm not really asked, right? So here's the thing. Here's what I predict is going to happen now that they have, said that she's going to be the new 007, right? Now that they have confirmed that a black woman is going to be the new 007, here's what's going to happen, right? Number one, you are going to get loads of people going, oh my God, it's fucking brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. It's fucking so progressive. It's so great. It's fucking great. Trying to be super woke about it. And then there's going to be other people who are like going to be older white men who are, no, it's unacceptable. It's absolutely unacceptable. I can't believe it's the least acceptable thing that's ever happened in the history of acceptability. And in reality, the correct answer should be, it depends if she's good. Because if she's good, if she's a good actress, then who gives a shit that it's a black woman playing a role that's traditionally done by a white man? Maybe it'll lead to some interesting new storylines and shit like that. Maybe that'll be interesting. Also, as well, but if she's bad at it, then if she's bad, then let's not pretend like it's a huge progressive step forward. Just maybe the world would be better is if you just took out this whole trying to racialize everything and just go, or sexualize everything and just go, are they going to be good at it? And if they are, great, good for them. And if they're not, find somebody else. I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what, it will get people talking It'll get people talking. And that's really what you want if you've got a franchise. You know what I mean? You want a bit of fucking dollar, because people will watch it. I can guarantee. I bet you any money, it's going to be one of the best fucking selling bonds ever. Let's see. Lena De Bono says there are so many platforms now. Who still watches the telly? Mate, I haven't watched telly, Lena, in fucking forever. And I'm 32, and I should be like one of those people that still, I just don't have time for it. It just seems like a really weird, outdated medium for me, TV. Oh, is there something that you'd like to watch? Well, you know how like on Netflix and YouTube, when you can watch it literally whenever you want? Well, on this format, you can't. You've got to tune in at 7:45 to watch it. Just seems pointless now. Johnny Beard says, are you hosting the roast show from home on Sunday? I will be at home, but another person will come in and do it. Keho has clarified what he meant. Strap-on unicorn horn on the head. Same thing it's used for. Whoa. So people are using a unicorn on the head as a strap-on? Okay, I have questions. Number one, wouldn't that hurt? Number two, wouldn't that mean that if you are essentially headbutting like an anus to try and like make it work as a strap-on, wouldn't that leave your whole face way too close to like arsehole and balls and fucking, you know, gooch and whatever? I don't know. I don't think that will catch on. This is Mendel said Bond life matters. Johnny Beard says shaken and not triggered. There's probably going to be loads in this. There's going to be absolutely loads. Let's see. It's not that she's a black woman. Just no woman should ever be Bond, says Fen. Why? Why are you asked? Like, surely the whole like thing, like the thing is, what I should say is that like it's somebody like the whole Bond thing is one man that's this incredible secret agent that fucking fires laser beams from his fucking cufflinks and shit, and has a watch that fucking turns into a grappling hook or whatever, and all that's believable. But the fact that a woman could be a secret agent, no, absolutely not. Not on mine. She'd bloody bleed everywhere for a start. Do you know what? Regardless of what you think or do not think, are you entitled to your opinion about Bond and that? I think it will make it for an interesting franchise. I think it'll make it for an interesting film. I think it opens avenues that weren't open previously. What I can't be arsed with is a load of fucking blue-haired 20-year-old non-binary fucking middle-class children talking about, oh my God, it's about fucking time. It's about fucking time. There was more representation. Blah, blah, blah. And I can't be arsed with a load of fucking gammony old men kicking off either. I'm just not arsed about that at all. I want to know, regardless of her sexuality or her gender or her skin color, all I want to know is this person good at the job that they've been given to do? That's all that it should matter, surely. Or have I gone mental? I don't know. Graham says we've had a female Doctor Who. Very good point, but apparently was roundly panned. Apparently it was fucking shy. I don't know, though. Sean has donated £2. Hello, Sean, and thank you ever so much for your donation. Your donation will be going because for just £2 a month, you can help Freddie Quinn beat the awful coronavirus disease. Sweet. Do you know what? That cough has made me want to cough. There we go. I don't know. Let's see. Black woman as Bond means that the bad guy is going to be a gay trans Asian Trump supporter. Mike, if that was true, I would fucking watch that film in a heartbeat. Could you imagine a villain in Bond that was a gay trans Asian Trump supporter? I would be fucking all over that. That'd make for a great film. Woody Dildo Pecker says Johnny Beard. Doctor Who doesn't have to be a bloke, says Fen. It's a doctor. I've never met a woman called James. Yeah, that is a point as well. What are they going to call her? Like Jamelia, Jamelia Bond. Jamelia Bond. Is that you, Bond? And she's strutting in heels. People always talk about ayo, ayo, ayo. You'll never catch me, Bond. I don't know what it is to make me feel like. Oh my God, I'm killing myself. Hashtag Jamelia Bond. Sweet. Let's see. Keho says it works for 3 of them, and I haven't asked, but I'm afraid it hasn't got too many glitter, or the staff toilets will bring too many giggles the next day. Oh, he's talking about the unicorn thingamajig. I thought you were talking about the James Bond. Wesley says, Boomwell says. Sue says female Ghostbusters was shit. Jade Bond will be shit as well. It might well be, but you've got to try these things out, haven't you? Christ above. Do you know what I mean? Like, otherwise, they're just remaking the same fucking film over and over and over again. Yeah, I don't know much about the actress. Maybe the actress has been in other stuff. Who knows? Alcohol kills it, so you know what to do, says Sean when she's donated. Oh, thank you, Sean. I'm going to... what can I get for £2? A Weatherspoons pint. Fucking hell, no, that's where COVID came from. Weatherspoons is very much the British version of the Wuhan wet markets in China. Just men fucking animals. Let's see. Jamelia Bond is the one. There's a lot of love for Jamelia Bond. Everything Fen says, if you had to shag one of Little Mix, which one would you do? I'd do the... I'd do the one that tried to kill herself, because it seems like she'd be most grateful. Sorry, that was one of the worst things I've ever said. I don't really know any of the other ones with Little Mix. I know that there's the one that got bullied, and I know that there's the Perry one. Perry, fuck it. Sean says, I offered to buy and send you a bottle of Devil's Cut twice. You never got back to me, so send a can of Coke. Sorry, Sean. Sorry about that. You are by all means, you are more than welcome to send me a bottle of Devil's Cut if you want to. Sorry about that if I didn't get back to you. I've been crazy busy. Let's see. Johnny has said, if you were in a human centipede with me and Fen, where would you place yourself? Is that a question for me or for Sue? Where would I place myself? You've got to look, if you're in a human centipede and you get to choose where you go, you have to choose the front. You have to choose surely nobody's going middle. I want to be in the middle. I want to have an arse sewn onto my face and also have my face sewn onto an anus. I want to be the first in the chain, because that way I get to shit in somebody's mouth, which isn't nice, but it's far better than having the poo coming into yours, surely. Right, that is pretty much it for tonight. That is our 1 hour up. Thank you to ever so much to everybody that has donated via Super Chat to help this go. We're making a fairly decent living off this now, with the money that's coming in. So thank you for for donating. It is very kind of you. It really is. All joking aside, very lovely of you. Thank you, everybody that's watching, everybody that's liking and commenting and getting involved in the live chat. It's making lockdown more bearable for me, and I hope that it is making it more bearable for you too. We will be back at 8 p.m. tomorrow, where we will talk about the American presidency, or maybe we will take a look at a more in-depth look into Lady Bond and see where that goes. Do YouTube take a cut of Super Chat? I've no idea, Fen, but I'm enjoying it nevertheless. I think it will be money that's primarily going in my pocket anyway. Everything that people can do helps anyway. Good chat. See you Sunday. See you Sunday, says Johnny, with regards to the roast show that we do on Sunday. But I will be back live doing another show tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Thank you ever so much to everybody that has listened. And I will see you again tomorrow. Look after yourself. Bye-bye.